Right. As a final note on tonight's stuff and things that happened tonight, especially with that one with Laura. Again, I don't know for sure, but what everything that I thought was going to happen happened, because it was kind of a not a recurrence of what happened last month. Not as much, but this much it was much more. There's so many inconsistencies with her little stories, and I'm gonna specifically talk about the messages that I got from her when I wasn't responding to her texts. Because she, for a while now, she knew I was going to run, so she was texting me for a while just to make sure that I'm going to be around and I call. I mean, first of all, she said something like it was Christmas when I get my money. I've been supporting you for 2 weeks, and then when you get money, that never happened. She was like 2 or 3 days. I wasn't really talking to her much, but then she comes over and really, I need help, and then she does a sob story, and I kind of feel bad for her. But then I forget that most of that's probably fake, man. She says 2 weeks she's been supporting me. I don't even understand. I mean, she asked me, "Oh, do you want food?" Every day she said, "You want food with the food?" Because what she's trying to do is she's trying to get the money, the food from the EBT money off of there by giving me food. And she goes, "I'll pay for the food." And then, of course, she's not paying for the food, then she's getting my cash when I give her cash. So, and that's why I just stopped saying, no, I don't need anything. And plus, I don't know if she's taking the food and then, before she brings it to me, opening it up, because I can't go in the shop right, opening it up and putting something in it to knock me out. I don't know. I've never really, since very recently, since I broke my jaw, I've never really went unconscious or blacked out or not remembered things. And it's nothing that I do myself, because it isn't, because it isn't. But it is something that's been put into things that I accept as food. And being homeless, you accept food all the time, right? I mean, you go for that. But especially if you can't cook anything, I can't go to pantries, because I get stuff in pantries, and what do I do with it? I got no refrigeration, I got no food. Even the cooler. I mean, getting a cooler is like, I have to put a bag of rice every day. It's $3 a day, and nice. You can't afford it? No, I can't afford that. After a while, it's not there. And if I don't get some kind of donations or some kind of backing, I can't do it. So she and I'm gonna start this video with the 2 texts, and then I end with them again, or somewhere in the middle I put them in. I'll see, but it's not gonna be that much long of a video. The other one's pretty long. So already she's like it was not even like the money wasn't in my account yet, because I didn't call her to confirm that I would be getting the money, buying a pizza, doing all this stuff, and bringing it back to her, and then giving her the money that I owe her, and then she's gonna hit me with them, and of course, I'm like, no, I didn't ask for that stuff. You gave me that stuff. You said, here, you want it? I'm not, and then now you charge me for it. I don't understand, and that is, and then if I don't pay it, excuse me. And then if I don't pay her, then I think, like last month she kind of did the same thing, but she's gonna hit me with like $150, $200 fucking charge of like, what? Last month it was like a more, and I ended up giving her what I thought it was but this month she specifically goes to me and asks. See, I don't ask her for anything. I know in that place I ask for anything, because I really don't like those people. I don't know what I'll address them, and this is the kind of shit that they end up doing. They end up like and would fine picking, saying, you have to give me now because I gave you. So, all right. I agree with the sharing thing, but right now we don't live in a sharing society. We live in a very competitive fucking money-hungry society where we're all profiting from each other. And if you're not, then you're the one being profited on, and with no making no money, which is what I am at this point. I'm not I'm not making any money. The money that I'm getting from Social Security, I paid into that. 25 years in corporate America, they took a big chunk of my money to put into that Social Security fund, and I'm getting it back, and that's it. And I'm not disabled. That's it. It's my money, and I'm not waiting until I'm 65. I'm hoping to get the fuck out of here sooner. Honestly, but overall, that drive to go out there and work for somebody, I don't really have. And I'm not gonna get. I'm not. I don't give a shit anymore. I'll die before I have to. Why? Because I don't believe in your system. Your system is a corrupt, slavery system that is enslaving the entire humanity. I'm sorry. And that guy working behind the counter at McDonald's, he should have a free middle class house, and everything in life that he needs, he gets for free. That's it. And he should. And if what used to be the million and the middle class walk into a store and get one of those things, he should be able to go in the store and get one of those things. That's it. And at one point we won't need somebody. Then we'll trust artificial intelligence because if they're not taking our jobs, right? Because the jobs aren't there to take. There's no competition with jobs. It's like, it's like whatever you want to do for 4 hours, as long as it's part of what we need to do, and then you have the other 20 hours. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense as a way of living. And what's the product of your system, your civilization? Every place that I've gone, in banking, growing up poor, okay, watching my mother scramble for money. I've been working since the age of 11 in one type of job or another. Always giving a part of it to my family, my mother, because she had my dad left, so she had the money. She needed the money to pay the bills, and we all went out and worked and whatever. At the age of 11, I did my stint. I grew up in a poor neighborhood. I grew up with basically pretty much, poor, but middle poor, to a little bit upper poor, some of them, but no middle class. I grew up in New York and fucking Queens and Jackson Heights and Corona. These are not middle class people. I got into a business that I was able to do computers and the banking and the all shit. I was able to pick up really easily and run with it. It was boring the shit out of me after a while. But it was making the money to me live a little bit better. It did nothing for me at the end but sucked the energy out of me and drained me. The money that I make, I ended up spending on stuff that helped me ease my mind about the shit that I was doing for people, the corporations that were so corrupt. Basically, they enslaved people, man. There was people that I worked, people that worked 12 hours a day over weekends, slaving for these people just because they were scared of losing their jobs. I had to at certain points as well. But then and that's why I bounced from place to place after a while, man. Because as a consultant, I'm not gonna deal with this shit. The places I walked away from because it was eating away, man, inside of me. The things that I was doing and watching happening. Automation was laying off people. Things I was building was laying off people, and then they had to scramble for work, and they were scared because they had children and college and payments and house and mortgage and the stress level was just incredible. Watching them, I was stressed. And then it happened to me. I lost my job, and I was like, I don't give a shit. 2010. And then by 2011, I was on unemployment. I was same shit, broke again. Not having, I don't think I ever had a car either. I had a piece of shit car at that point, and the same thing. And then Occupy Wall Street happened. And I went to Occupy Wall Street. I was like, God damn it! I'm gonna talk about all the fucked up things that I watched and I saw, from being poor to being in this middle class environment of banking and insurance and pharmaceutical, watching these assholes fucking rip people off, man. That's all they do. They just enslave people to work for them and make sure the accounting is right and make sure the bottom line. And then you have some of them have a business, partners that own the thing. Some of them they're on the stock market and whatever it is, it's just making the money to make it go and then keep it going, and then eventually all those people die, man. And when you look back in your life and goes, I spent 45 years working for Barclays Bank or Chase or Morgan, and where did it get you? Same grave that got you last lifetime, yeah. And then everybody else's faces. You lived a little bit better? Okay. Was that really worth it though? So, yeah, and then I was like, I got a flu shot, I got sick, boom, and then that was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. I got sick and I almost died and I recovered somewhat, and I still have the body aches and pains and it's part of, you know, what I had, and it's there. I cannot work for that environment anymore. Anything. I've seen so much, and I've seen it's so clear how fucked up the society is, and how you know, this wealth class is just enslaving every human being that's out there. I cannot work in any part of it. I'm not going to be clogged in their machine. I'm not going to be a part of their thing that is like teaching children how to fucking compete with each other and kill each other for that job. Plenty of managers used to pit, you know, employees against each other. You know. You know, when managers like, that guy's he's not as good. I need you to go over there and like teach that guy, and then you know, and they he wasn't like, I get it, fire him. It's like, pit people against each other, man. Man, it's just for the fuck of it, you know. And just to get the better employee, you know, which one's going to win? Is he's a better employee, so hey, we don't need both of them. Get rid of him, and then give all his work to him and dump it on him. He'll do all the work for half the price. And the outsourcing and all that shit was all. And then at that point, I Occupy Wall Street, and I got sick. And I did sound healing work for 8 years. And here I am, man. And same things. I've seen it all. I've seen the gamut of like, you know, low. And this is probably the lowest I've been. I mean, this is the first time I ever lived in a tent, in a garbage dump behind a supermarket. I guarantee you, all those things just never happened for me. And I am there now. Right? I'm there now. And here, the same way, I'm getting, you know, whatever I would make, whether it's, you know, the lowest amount in Social Security or the middle, the high, whatever it is that I bring in, these people would be there sucking it dry. And why do I deserve it over someone else? I don't. They don't care. All they care about is surviving, because it's the survival of the fittest. And just like it is in corporate America, we step on people to get their jobs, and we're both competing for this promotion. You got it, and he didn't. It's like, same down there. They're all competing for that money, and however they can reel you in and convince you. Like, you know, I'm a pretty empathetic person. When somebody's suffering, I feel bad for them, but I can't do that over here. If I do that, that's just like a fish hook for them to reel me in. And then it's like, all right, we got him. Oh, please, I'm just, you know, I spent all that money on you for the past 2 weeks, and now, you know, you say you disappear within a minute, you get your shit. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't wait for tomorrow? You couldn't wait for tomorrow, right? Or like a couple of days. You had to be like there as soon as the money deposited into my account to get your share of it, because she somewhat did something for me. Give me poisoned food that I ended up throwing away. Nothing that she gave me I could trust. I know one thing, a little piece of ham I ate, I almost threw up. I threw away. And whatever else she put out for. But that she asked me. I didn't say, you have to do this. She asked me, can you, and if you want some, and if anything, you know, then you could just throw it to me. No problem. And then it's like, okay, if you want it. And then I was like, what do you have now? Wow, okay. And that was that, and then that's, you know, I played along for all night, you know, for the last couple of days, and see, and then tonight it was just like, boom, that's exactly what happened. So now, of course, if I don't pay her, or I say like, well, it's going to be a lot lower than that. I don't even know where those numbers came from. You're just making this shit up. She's going to be, well, yeah, and then she's going to stick one of either Bobby or one of the other people out there, Sean, on me to do the things. So that's why I'm thinking it's not just Bobby who sold my scooter. It's her that told Bobby to sell the scooter. Because I seen her like yelling, and, you know, like she's a short little woman, about 60 years old, 63 years old, something like that. This short little woman, you know, kind of, she's from a hip problem and liver problems. She's gonna die. All this stuff that she's just pouring out that could be true or not, I have no fucking clue. But what I do have a clue is that the way she's reacting to what she's doing to me, and not expecting back, and she doesn't get, is very suspicious. very suspicious, you know. Especially since the people that have done these things to me are in her tent all the time. And like, you know, she tells, oh, well, I spoke to Bobby today, and I said, well, he's a crook. He steals from me. You told me he steals from you, and you let him back in your tent. I mean, I won't let him come anywhere near my tent unless he's not there. But now I have a camera, so it doesn't really matter if he's there or not. So I you know, she's doing that, and so how am I supposed to take that? I said, all right, so then if you're friends with them, well, we're not friends. We're just, you know, friends. You keep friends close, and yeah, the things that he did to me, I want to like do to him now. So I want to like, you know, convince him, and yeah, so it's basically what you're doing to me. So what he did to me, and he supposedly did to you, now you want to turn around and do it to him when he doesn't have money, and then you're gonna do it to me. And then eventually you're going to sick them off of me because I'm only one person. Bobby's his girlfriend, and he has his girlfriend. The other people have, you know, even I got Joe punch me in the face. He has a pit bull back there with him, so to watch the place and protect him. I ain't got shit. Right now I'm in a hotel. I don't know if these people are going there, going through every shit that I own right now, and just like going through every little bit of things. I try to take as much as I can in the bag. What am I going to do, man? I ain't got a car to travel. I ain't got a scooter even to put the shit on. I got to walk. What am I supposed to do? So, yeah, I just wanted to elaborate that because anybody that saw those emails was like, well, what is this? I mean, what is this? Who's Lauren? Why is she texting this? This is why she's texting me this stuff. And she's texting me this stuff basically because she forced her help on me to basically, let's see, what do you call it? Launder the money from the ABT money instead of her buying her food. Now she bought food for me, and then I owe her because I don't have EBT. So now I owe her money for that money. Number one, wrong, right? Number two, get me to a point where I can trust her enough that I'll give her all my credit, all my debit cards, everything. I'll lay down in the chair, and slowly she'll be probably poisoning me.